7 natural wonders of North America. Some call it a tourist trap, and to others like myself, it's a natural and historical enigma. Come along with me as I take to the skies.
My name is Anthony. This is another one of my trips down to Niagara Falls. This is my 4th installment of this series, coming down to Niagara to enjoy all the amazing things that you can do in this region. There's a multitude of things you can do, and every time I come down here, I try and do something a little different. In previous videos, I went behind Niagara Falls, and I went below Niagara Falls. In this trip, we're gonna go above Niagara Falls. Last year I came to fish for the first time. There was tons of salmon. You could see them jumping, but they just weren't hitting. They're in their spawn season. They come into the river and they're not really feeding, but they'll snap at stuff when it comes by them. But nobody is really getting any fish. So hopefully this year is better. We're getting a little mist here because of the water spray, these waterfalls. Okay, looking over at the American Falls, and I see they got a bit of a balloon ride over there. And I think one day I'm gonna have to come down here and go on the Maid of the Mist. I guess next trip I'll do that when I do the jet boat as well. We could also include in this video series on Niagara, as in on the river. Over there is the Cave of the Winds, and apparently what happens is they take that whole thing down in the winter and then they rebuild it again in the spring, because all the ice that builds up around there, it would just destroy it over the winter. So they take it down and put it back up. It's like a crew that comes in there amongst all the mist and all the water and all the noise, and they just go down there and construct it. Let's head over to the Horseshoe Falls. has just appeared, and there's a couple things you can see here as well. The journey behind the falls, which I did last time, that's the lower platform for viewing. And they have a tunnel system that goes through behind the falls and walks along here. And you can get out to the bottom there. And as for the old power plant, that's a tourist attraction here. The power plant is just above the falls up here. And the drainage tunnel is 2,200 feet long. And it used to drain out down to here, but they made it a tourist attraction. And they paved a pathway, and you can walk all the way down that corridor, or that tunnel, and come out to the viewing platform down there. All the seagulls, they're feeding on all the fish that have dropped over the falls and have died. That's pretty cool.
To help us make good decisions. Those words teach us to love, to be kind and compassionate to each other, no matter what the future holds.
What's that falling from the sky? And Mother Sea Turtle ought know all, looking up thinking, whatever it is, it's going to need our help if it's going to survive. Get ready to help everyone. And that's Turtle Island, little ones.
Indigenous people have lived here since the beginning, honoring the life this place brings. When the first Europeans laid their eyes on the falls, they too saw a gift from nature, too powerful to ignore.
God can understand nearer to God than he does here.
And with each story shared, more people came. The Treaty of Niagara promised to protect this place, together. The War of 1812 put that to the test. Niagara became a battleground, not just for nations, but for the waterfall's future. The falls powered a growing world, industries, empires. Some came to consume them. Some came to capture them. Nature bent to the will of the machines. The falls became a stage for cheap thrills and greed. We tried to own this place. But there were always people who refused to let the spirit of this place slip away, honoring the power that shaped this land and inspired humanity. Their dreams sparked incredible inventions. Innovations that lit cities and wove together a continent. The Niagara Parks Commission was established to uphold the original promise to protect this place for all of us. The story of Niagara became part of who we are once again. The backdrop for love stories. A stage for legends. Niagara is still shaping us. These falls are power, energy, and life itself. And now, they're part of your story. Let their spirit lift you as Niagara takes flight.
You're now reaching a depth at the base of the falls. From here, many of those early tunnels release their water back into the river. The curiosity and the spirit of exploration led to going even deeper. What was discovered was a geological one, an enormous cavern with a subterranean river flowing right through it. Work began to harness this hidden force of energy, but was abandoned when new power stations made those dreams obsolete. Until now. Today, inspired by the very forces shaping Niagara, this underground marvel has been revived, enabling the power of water to fuel our launch technology. So here we are, deeper than the base of the falls. What's ahead? You're about to experience the flight of a lifetime.
We are now rotating into our launch chamber. It sits even deeper than the bottom of the river beneath the Horseshoe Falls. This natural cavern was discovered during tunneling as electric power generation was engineered and first constructed here over a century ago. Niagara has always been a place of power, a source of endless energy. Today, we're harnessing that power to catapult on an epic, soaring adventure. Everyone ready? Let's go see Niagara.
So that nature takes flight presentation was pretty good. Felt like you're in a plane flying. All right, here we go, guys.
Get to the chopper!
Well, that was fun. I was expecting it to be a little more like a roller coaster, but it's pretty steady. Obviously, they're not going to try some tricks up there and whatnot, you know? But yeah, it's a nice little ride. Nice to see. Since this is right near the Whirlpool, might as well just take the rods with me and go down and do some fishing before it gets dark. Okay guys, here we are. Beautiful view with the sunshine. This is awesome. And here we are at the base of the Whirlpool. See, most of the fishermen are over this side here. We've got the beautiful fall colors, the cable car, and the same chopper that I was just on is flying above. It just passed a minute ago. Alright, so there's tons of fish, just like last year. They're all jumping all over the place. I'm just throwing this crankbait. It's diving a little too deep for here because the rocks are shallow here, so it's hanging up in the rocks a little bit. But I'm just fishing here for like an hour. I'm going to throw a few more casts and then get out of here because it's going to start to get dark in a bit. Alright guys, so I'm packing it up early. Just enjoying the view for the last couple minutes that I'm here. And then head back up. All right, guys, here we go. Alright guys, well that wraps it up. It's another fun trip. I didn't think it was going to go so well when I got down here. Just had a little bit of a bad feeling, but I had to do it before the cold weather comes in, and I'm happy with the results. In the future, I probably will do that second edition of Above Niagara Falls, and I'll go on the Ferris wheel and I'll go on the Skyline Tower. The reason why I didn't do the Skyline Tower today was because of the daylight. I want to do it at nighttime when the falls are lit up. It'll be a better view that way. In future, one of my next videos is going to be on Niagara. So I've done below Niagara, inside Niagara, this one's above Niagara. I got to do on Niagara, which is on the river itself, and out in the Maid of the Mist boat and the jet boat as well. And I'd actually like to bring my own boat here. Maybe I will do that next year and go fish downriver, down at the mouth. So we'll see what happens. So anyways guys, like, subscribe, share, comment, and all that good stuff.